Hey everyone, happy Good Friday. We are just a couple days before Easter. And so today and tomorrow's lessons, I have picked an Easter theme. Today we'll be doing a cute little Easter bunny, and tomorrow we'll be doing a colorful Easter basket. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up the picture of what we're doing today. If you would like to go on your own, you and keep it up on your computer. If you see right there, I've got the link to my Discord server. I always post reference photos the day of my streams on that Discord server. So I'm going to come over there real quick and show you. By the way, welcome. All right, so this is what we're doing today. Let's see if I can make this a little smaller. Nope, that was the size. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing today. Very cute little Easter bunny with his eggs. It would probably look just like a regular bunny if we didn't put eggs there. So context is really everything, y'all. Well, all right, so this is what we're going to be doing. If you want to see this on your screen at all times, like I said, you need to go to the Discord server link on my page, or what you can see on the screen here. Or there should be a button somewhere on my page. I know Twitch is changing things around right now, but it should still be there. There should be a button that says Discord, and if you click on that button, it will take you instantly to the server. So check that out. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to turn off Discord. Second, I'm going to go over the supplies real quick. I do this every time, so it's just a quick refresher. They were also on my start screen, but we've got eraser, pencil sharpener, number 2 pencil if you don't have some kind of artist pencil set. If you do, though, we are going to be using a little bit of color today, so I would recommend that if you don't have a set like this, that maybe use a colored pencil. A brown would be fine. Like you could use a brown colored pencil, maybe even, yeah, brown would probably be the best color for today. Let me show you what's inside this set. So this is called the Gioconda Drawing, Toning, and Coloring Set. It's by Koh-i-Noor, which is the company. And it's got 2 sets of drawing tools. You've got your sticks and you've got your pencils. The sticks are just stick versions of the pencils, but you've got your 3 chalk colors. They're your sepia tones. It's kind of a reddish brown. You've got 3 graphite, 3 lead, and 2 charcoal. Now the 2 charcoal are exactly the same, but the 3 graphite and lead are actually different weights. So what that would be is, like, for example, with the graphite, these are all B pencils. So your number 2 pencil is an HB. Let me see if this has it on here. Yep, it says HB right there. Okay, so these are HB, which means it's directly in the middle between the hard and the bold scale. The hard scale means that as the graphite gets harder, it's going to be more shiny, and you're going to get a very nice, precise line. The issue is that it makes it very much more difficult to erase, and it's not as dark because it's got that shininess to it. When it goes the other direction, that's the B's, and I've got 3 here. I've got a 2B, 4B, and 6B. The higher the number, the more bold. Hello, honeybee. Welcome. Haven't seen you online in a while, so I'm so glad you're on my Easter stream today. I hope the girls will be drawing. But the B stands for bold, so the higher number you get, the darker it gets. But it's also easier to erase because it's more fluid than your H pencils. Okay. Now, so we've got all that. I've got a spreader in here, which you can use your finger, or you can use a piece of paper or a paper towel or something if you don't have a spreader. But these are pretty inexpensive. You can buy them at any place like Walmart or any craft store, usually in packs by themselves if you don't want to get the pencils with them. But these are very good for filling in the spots and making things more even and blended. And then there's a kneaded eraser, and the way that works is that you can actually break off pieces, you can shape it the way you need it so that you can get fine points, so forth and so on. Now, I like these kind of erasers, these rubber erasers, because they're actually a little better than erasing than these are. But these you can shape and get into very small places, so it's handy to have a kneaded eraser. All right, like I said, pencil sharpener, that's a must. I like to buy makeup pencil sharpeners because I think they're pretty sturdy and pretty inexpensive usually. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to refresh your memory. Again, go to Discord if you want to see a permanent picture of this, but here is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be drawing this bunny. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with our 2B pencil, or your number 2 pencil if that's what you're using. So if you are using, let's see, here's the number 2, then you can just use that, no problem. So we're going to start with our bunny, and we're going to do some egg shapes. Now we've got an egg shape for the head, and I got a little bit. It's okay if your line's a little bit funky. The only reason I'm erasing mine, I normally don't erase when I'm doing my own. Remember to blow, don't wipe, so that you don't smear anything. But the only reason I'm erasing my lines is because I want you guys to see the shape without any muddiness. We're going to do 2 ears, and the ears are going to be more narrow ovals. And this oval is going to be slightly taller, the one in the back. All right, and then we're going to do a really big, like, football. Oop. Let's see, what am I doing here? It'd be helpful. It'd be helpful to know, huh? There we go. Yeah, if you wipe, unfortunately, some of these pencils will smear. So I always say blow, don't wipe. That's important. All right, so we've got our lines down. Now we're going to do another egg shape. Maybe I want this egg shape to be a little higher. Hang on. Hang on. So this is something I should have paid attention to at the beginning, but I want this egg shape to start a little bit higher. It can come down lower than your football, but just start a little bit higher so it's not too far down. So there's another egg shape. We're going to do kind of like the ears, we're going to do a long egg shape here in the front. And then this is going to come down. We'll just draw a straight line. And just slightly higher than where your hind quarter ended. We're going to do like a little paw. It just is going to be, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just something to indicate a paw. You can even do a little circle there if you wanted. Okay. So we've got these shapes in. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a cross. So find approximately the middle. Well, let's see. That's not really the middle. That is what, let's see, 2/3. So that's 1/3 from the top. So see how I divided its face? We want this to be our line. All right. And then we're going to do the same. We've got, pretend there's like a line over here and a line over here. This is the line we're looking for there. Okay. So what this is going to be is this is going to be our eye. Oops, I wiped. Sorry. Sorry, bunny. I'm smearing my bunny. All right, we're going to draw a large circle right there on that cross. Okay. So we can go ahead and erase some of these guidelines here. Most of them we could probably keep for now. But just to... There we go. So now we're going to start adding some details. We're going to start refining some of this. So bunnies have this like little cheek. That's what makes them so darn cute. They actually have little puffy cheeks. Let's see. So they have like this muzzle that actually goes along with the cheek. So I might have done my cheek a little too far in. All right, we're going to take the nose. Now my bunny is looking a little bit farther down than the bunny in the picture. And that's okay. So all I'm doing is coming out and just kind of shaping its nose the way I want it. So you can see what I did there. I just kind of, like, I've got the nose here, and I just kind of bulked it out a little bit and came down. All right, so now we're going to make the chest a little fuller. And let's see, we can go ahead and erase the top out of this. Maybe even bring this in a little bit. All right. So let's see. Let's add a little bit of detail to the paws. So I just did this kind of random shape here, but we're going to actually come out and then we're going to give it toes because rabbits do have little claws. You would know if you ever crossed one. Rabbits can get kind of vicious. They're very cute, but the ones you get in the pet store are usually pretty tame. So this isn't really my body here, so I'm gonna erase that line. This is going to be like another foot. And in fact, I'm gonna probably bring this leg down a little bit and curve it in. So you can see like already, these are just kind of placeholders for where we want things to go. So we've got another paw here that you can kind of see, but then we also have the little back paw that's going to come down and go along the back. Like that. We also have a tail back here, which we can just generally draw in. I'm going to let everybody catch up just a little bit, because I know I have a tendency to draw fast, and I've been told that before. So I'm going to let you guys catch up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's start with the eyes. I'm going to do something with the eyes. Okay. So this is going to come up, and I think that maybe I started that muzzle like a little bit too far down, so this is fine. All right, this is going to come in towards its eye and kind of dip in like that. Hi, Princess. Thank you for joining my stream. I miss you guys so much. Are you guys hanging at home right now? Like I take it you're not going to school right at the moment. So we're going to give our bunny a little eyebrow. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the bunny brow here after I erase. All right, so it comes in and goes up. Oh man, I'm really struggling with this little bunny brow area here. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. All right. So we've got our bunny head there. Now we're going to start fixing the ears. So the ears are going to come down almost to, well, not almost, right to that line. If you can still see it, the line where we drew the eye, it's going to come all the way down to there. And it's going to go up and then kind of tilt in. So it's still the same shape that we had before, but we're just going just a little longer. Okay, we're going to start on the other side. We're going to come out and then curve up. So I'm going to erase out my guidelines so you guys can see the shape that I drew here. It almost looks like a kite to me, like kind of a very long kite. Like see how it's almost like a diamond here? You've got this corner and this corner, the top. Oh, yes. Well, bunnies and rabbits are pretty cool. But like I said, the ones in the pet stores are pretty tame. You wouldn't want to touch a real life bunny like out in the nature because wild, I guess, is the correct term there. Because they can be kind of mean. So just don't do that. All right. So let's get this other ear in here. But yes, they are very cute. I'm not saying bunnies are mean. I'm just saying in the wild, they might get scared and like bite you or something. You just don't want to touch wild ones. The ones from the pet store are very nice. All right, so I am shaping the ear here. Welcome everybody if you're just joining the stream. We are right now just doing the shape of our bunny. So what we did is we started out, I'm going to go through because I'm going to give everybody a chance to catch up to where I am. So I'm going to go through and explain what I did. So first I started with some ovals. Hi Trudy Ann, Mom, thank you. So I started with some ovals. I had an oval here, a large oval here, 2 small ovals for the ears, like kind of long ones, and then an oval for the back, the back leg. Okay. Then I did another one here, like a long one here, and brought the foot down. And now what I'm doing is going in and filling in the details. So from the back of the bunny, it's going to come pretty much straight down. So we're going to get rid of these 2 oval shapes there. Remember, blow, don't wipe. All right, now we got to fix the back shape because I did this oval, but that's not exactly the shape of the bunny. So what we're going to do is it comes out like almost flat, like almost like it was a tabletop. Then it starts to curve down. And then it goes almost straight down. Like that. Teacher Margot, hi. I did have a Super Friday. Thank you. I hope you did too. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of fixing some proportion issues here. So I'm elongating my tail area, which actually I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Let's see. Hang on. I think what will be easier is if I come up here, maybe just bring this in a little bit more, maybe. There we go, like that. I'm erasing the line, but I'm going to draw it right back just because it was very messy. There we go. That is very bunny looking. It is a very bunny looking bunny. It's coming along. I will say that I think this could go out a little bit more because this is its tail. So bunnies have kind of interesting looking tails. There we go. All right. So now we've got the general shape of the bunny. We're going to have kind of coming up, you have like this triangle area here, but the triangle is going to be skewed more to the back because our bunny's facing a little bit away from us. So this side, the left side of the triangle, is going to be a little longer than the right side. And then from there, you're going to come up almost parallel basically to the back side there. So it almost follows that same line of the oval shape. How about that? In fact, mine almost exactly followed it, except for like here, it got off a little bit. Okay. So we're going to come up on this side of the cheek, and he has like a little shoulder here. Just a little shoulder. And then there's also this kind of area right here that is parallel to the back of the head. So it connects with this stripe here. So you can see it connects. And this is like the ridge on a bunny's back. All right, let's take a look at the eye. Let's focus on the eye here. All right, so first what we're going to do is starting probably, I don't know, maybe about 1/4 of an inch. I'm really not good at judging that small of distances. We're going to start a little bit out from the eye there. A little bit. That's my... All right, we're going to come up and around the eye. We're just circling the shape of the eye. Like that. Then we're going to give it that little kind of cat eye where it curves out. We're going to do that. Man, that is not... There we go. Okay, and we're going to curve up and then come back down. So see how it's got a point there and a point in the back. The camera on my face is frozen. Uh-oh. It's not frozen on my side. That's strange. Is anybody else seeing this? Is anybody else having problems where the cameras are frozen? Oh, hey Schwa. It's not frozen. Okay, Teacher Margot, it might be something on your end. Hi. Thank you for joining. Okay, so yeah, Teacher Margot, it might be something on yours. And by the way, I just noticed, Shruti Ann, thanks for the subscribe. I think my mom has to subscribe to me. I think it's like, you know, her job or something. Support me. Just kidding. My very first. I just noticed that. You got a cool, yeah, I know, right? Woo! Mom, you got a cool, like, founder, I don't know what those are called, like a tag or something in your name, that first. That's pretty cool. I got one of those for one of the guys I subscribe to. Okay, so, badge. Thank you, badge. Yes, you got a badge. The badge of honor is that you get to be my mom. You're so lucky. Thanks. Okay, I'm sure you feel lucky every day. Every day since my birthday, many years ago. We just won't even talk about that. Okay, so, bunny. Focus on the bunny. Thanks, Mom. All right. So we've got our eye shape. Now, the inside of the eye is also going to have a little bit. So this is the outside. This is like the fur around it. The inside, so we're going to take that circle and kind of right where there's a point here, we're going to make a point inside the eye as well. And we're going to do the same in the back. Now the eye itself, of course, is still round because, I mean, our eyeballs are round. Well, they're spherical, not round. That's actually key, and I taught that in my eye class, my eye study, is that you have to think of the eye as round and you have to shade it as though it's round. I think I'm going to be doing sometime soon, I don't know when, but I'm going to be doing shading for round objects. I already did cylinders. Wasn't probably my best class, but at least I got you some roundness shading, but we'll do actual spherical objects. And we're going to do a little bit of that with the eggs today. Okay, so this cheek is going to come up, kind of go past the eye there. Now, let's see. What else do we want to do here? I think that I maybe want to make my front paw a little bigger. I don't know. Something about it just looks too skinny to me. Something about it. So I'm going to just kind of make it a little fuller. Like that. And I'll erase that so you guys can see the quote-unquote correct lines. Although really in drawing or art or anything, there's not really a correct way to do it. And that's something that I talk about a lot in my streams. You know, this is your art, make it yours. And don't worry too much about it looking exactly the same, because ultimately it's just practice. You know, if you want something to look a certain way, you just do it over and over again. And eventually it will look exactly the way in your head you want it to look. But it takes time to get there. So, you know, give yourself a break from things having to be perfect, and just like let it be what it is. You know, there's something interesting in something not being perfect. And in fact, like in weaving, a lot of cultures intentionally weave mistakes into their weavings because nothing should be perfect. Now they do it for religious reasons, because to be perfect is to put yourself equal with the gods or a god. So they do that intentionally, but the idea is that nothing we make is perfect. So they just go ahead and right from the start weave in an intentional mistake. It's very interesting. I don't do that with my weavings because I make enough mistakes to not have to be intentional about it. Okay. So, what do we have here? Bare Metal Baron, hey! I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you. Good for aesthetic reasons, to make sure there are mistakes because it looks more organic. Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, you know, I always say that nothing we do is unique. Everything you do, you are a product of your environment, your upbringing, your culture, your genes, everything that came before you and is existing now is you. So in a way, you're almost just I don't want to say just, because you're not just anything. You're amazing exactly the way you are. I'm saying that you're like a vessel almost for all of the things. So that being the case, it's very difficult to be unique about anything because it's not really unique. It's something that already existed that came to you from the outside. So when you make slips, you know, errors where, you know, your finger slipped, your hand slipped or whatever, use that, go with it. You know, it's still not 100% unique, but it's more unique than it would have been if you had just done it exactly the way, you know, you're drawing whatever somebody else is. So this is the principle behind Bob Ross's happy accidents. Like, this is what he's talking about, is the idea. He's just a lot less wordy about it because he's a cool dude. That's why. But the whole idea behind it is to use your accidents and your mistakes to make your piece better and to make it more interesting than it maybe would have been before. So, okay. That's my spiel for that. All right. Let's do the inside of the ears. Let's go ahead and get that in there. I don't know if I said it, but welcome to the stream. Bare Metal Baron. I have not. I don't know if... Have you been on the stream before? I don't know. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going around the inside of the ear. And I'm creating like this kind of depth area a couple of times. All right, cool. Well, welcome back. Thank you. All right. So I'm coming up now. This side right here is kind of chunky. So we've got a lot of space there versus the back that was very close to the back of the ear. And we'll be shading this later. I just want to get that shape in there. Now, well, no, actually, it looks okay on the screen. On my paper, it looks like very muddy here, but it looks okay on the screen. So I'm going to leave it. We don't really need to do anything with this one because we're looking at the back of the ear. So, of course, it doesn't have this kind of inside, you know, the inside of the ear. Let's draw some eggs. Okay, so your eggs can really be in any configuration you want them to be. I would try to make them mostly the same size, but of course you do want some to be slightly different than others. So I'm going to start with this one right here in the front. I've got, and by the way, if you are either on my Discord or you see there's the link right here, or there's a button on my page to my Discord, all of this, you can see the reference photo that I am using for this is posted in my Discord. So if you want to look at something while you're drawing, rather than just strictly following behind me, you can. All right, so I've got it. This first egg here kind of goes behind. Now, we can go ahead and draw the whole shape if you want, and in fact, I'm going to, because we can always erase out, right? So I'm just drawing like a big oval shape. I'm going to let it be a little bit pointed towards the front. And then I'll just erase out what I don't need. I'm not drawing too hard. I'm not putting too much pressure, so it's not really hurting anything for me to draw inside. Bare Metal, have you done any more code streams? I feel like I haven't seen you go online in a really long time. I'm pretty sure I still follow you and everything. I mean, I don't think that I stopped. I mean, I don't know why I would have. All right, so we've got, oh, you haven't. Okay, well, that makes me feel better that I didn't like click a button or something and I'm no longer getting notifications or something like that. I mean, because I've done that before, like by accident. In fact, I did it with Bob Ross because I follow him and I turned off his notifications. So, but that was an accident. It wasn't a happy accident. Sorry, Bob. I did not want to do that. Any plans to? Oh, you've been really busy? Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's a good thing, right? You know? Especially during all this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do another egg. This one's going to be facing this way. So I'm going to do my oval. Erase out what I don't need because it's going to be behind this egg.